Good morning, Mr. Jack Ramohumani. Thank you for being part of this morning analysis on the Lejweleputswa District Municipality Prospectus. As you are the chairman of the committee called Zamazama, you took part of many occasions whereby you work with the people of Welkom and you have history in the district.
Yes, I'm Jack Ramohumani, the national chairperson of the Anti-Zamazama committee in South Africa. Yes, what do you say? I'm grow up in Welkom.
Okay.
Yes, I came in Welkom. I was 14 years
Okay.
when I arrived in Welkom. So Welkom that time it was very busy.
Okay.
According to the mining industry, because that time the company that was busy with mining industry, it was Anglo-American. Sorry, it was Anglo-American, and Anglo-American had deployed more than 800,000 people only around the Lejweleputswa district.
Okay. Because now there's a code that goes like this. It says a leader in a sustainable development and service delivery that's supposed to be done by 2030. So I just wanted to ask you, regarding to this code, by the district, do you believe service delivery will be implemented by 2030, and why does it have to take that long to implement sustainable development in the district?
Because in Lejweleputswa, I don't think that you're going to reach whatever you must reach. You understand? Because now the people, those who run the public office, they must supposed to implement whatever what contains usually in the prospectus. Those people, they don't possess the qualification that they must supposed to possess.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Because they used to use that word of Kasi language, Mzala Foster, then they just put you, then you must push the agenda,
yes.
Not the government agenda, whatever or what must be required according to the constitution or whatever the chapter 10 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. They don't comply with that chapter. That is why you see there is a prospectus of the Lejweleputswa. Nothing is being implemented there. That prospectus is only like a decoration. It's like a decoration.
Okay.
Nothing is being implemented.
Okay. So they're just saying things and they're not implementing it.
Is what we used to say that in political, in the political arena, we used to say that there's a dressing window promises. You understand? The dressing window promises.
Because there's an introduction that I have for you that comes from the Lejweleputswa District Prospectus name. It says that the Lejweleputswa District Municipality approached the development of trade industry, the DTI, to partner with it on reviewing the current LED strategy, which was developed in 2009 by the DTI on the project called Kulisi Umnoto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hudisa Murua in Soto. They make it in cause. I don't know, it's cause or Zulu in that way. Hudisa Munoto.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
you
a project.
Yeah, it's a project, but that project, it doesn't exist.
Can I ask why and how should we attend to that since it's not been implemented?
Because the problem lies on the Department of Trade and Industry, because it's the department that must supposed to monitor whatever the funds that come from National Treasury to support such a project. But now, if now the Department of Trade and Industry they are not willing to push the district, whatever, or the province, we go nowhere.
Okay, because reading further on the introduction, it goes like the current strategy need to be reviewed to align it to the current legislative imperatives as it relates to the LED and other related development goals in the country. So as you are saying that the district and the prospectors that they have and what they code, they're not following according to the legislation framework of the country, because even now when it states that the development goals in the country, it's part of development and service delivery that goes around in every province of the country. So I see that, as you say, they're only talking about that they want to implement these type of things, but they invented this from 2009 and now we're on 2020, and they say that the service delivery should be in place by 2030. So I just wanted to ask you about regarding to that. How is that possible?
You see that, my brother, you can see that on a daily basis there is a contradiction of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. But if the people who are the public representative, they respect or they comply with the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, the prospectus, those whatever contains in the prospectus, they must be implemented.
Yes.
Because according the chapter of the Constitution or whatever required in that framework of the legislation. You understand? But because everyone, you see, they just each and everyone put his own agenda or own agenda.
Yes. So I just wanted to ask you furthermore about the Lejweleputswa economic development. Aren't they monitored by the provincial, the national framework? Aren't they supposed to be guided by those provincial and national departments of the legislative?
You see that my brother, there is a lack of leadership also in the Free State province. You understand? In Free State, we didn't have actually a leader of politics in the Free State. Let's mention that Isma Khashule is not a politician, my friend. He was a solo trader in the political arena.
Yes.
That is Isma Khashule.
Yes.
Now, if you expect maybe in the political office you put a solo trader, what do you expect? What's going to happen? Or you put a scavenger in the office.
There won't be a proper
Exactly, there is no development because he's there to push his own agenda.
Okay. So you as the chairman of the anti-Zamazama, and you have history in the Lejweleputswa district, what whereabouts, or can I say, what did you probably try to do in order to work with the community and make them aware of these type of things, that we have too many strategies that can develop growth of economic in the district, and we find that it's already approaching 2030 and nothing has been happening. And as I see and hear from you is that the proper leadership is the lack, is some of the lack that we have in the country and in the district here. So I just wanted to ask you regarding to that, because here we have what we call the project objectives, which goes about, it says there, to enable the Lejweleputswa district municipality to access progress in the implementation of the LED strategy, and identify mistakes and challenges that have been experienced in the implementation process, and to process solutions including the analysis of prioritized projects to assess whether they are yielding the expected results.
You see those plans, my brother, it's only sweet and nice when you read it, but the people, those must work to implement.
Yes.
It's very difficult. In Lejweleputswa, you start to ask me a question, what we do, what actually I do it in Lejweleputswa.
Yes.
You see, in Lejweleputswa, I've got we try to organize the investor from the UK, the environmental wealth, because our problem as the committee of the anti-Zama, we realize that the main problem is the rehabilitation.
Yes.
Because there is a problem concerning this thing of in rehabilitation, because now the mining operations, Harmony is closed the mine shafts, is closing the metallurgical plants on a daily basis. But the problem is that the Department of Mineral Resources is state to regulate these mining companies, because now the Harmony is operating as if maybe in the mining industry is running the tech shop.
Yes.
There is a Mineral Act, Mineral and Petroleum Resources Development Act,
Yes.
Act number 28 of 2002. Says, this requires environmental management plan, EMP, to be in place. EMP covers rehabilitation, monitoring, and assessment. That must be implemented by the DMR and the mining company. The DMR is the regulator.
Yes.
The DMR is the one who must see that the mining company complies with that Mineral Act.
Yes.
Also, the DMR, as the Department of Mineral Resources, they must also, because if now we proceed with that process of rehabilitation, you must also consider the Income Tax Act. In particular, in Section 10 and Section 37, cover tax deductibility and investment instrument. And also, in that process of rehabilitation, you must also consider Section 24 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, the Chapter 2 of the Bill of Rights,
Yes.
dealing with environment. The Section 6 notes that everyone has the right to have environmental that is protected to the benefit of the present and future generation throughout reasonable legislative measures. Measures prevent pollution and ecological degradation, promote and secure ecological degradation.
Okay.
So those things, South Africa is not banana republic, my brother. That is the section or whatever what contains in the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. Now, if now we don't comply with that section, you will see that we meet with a lot of problems, because now you close the mines, and if you close the mines, there is a retrenchment that is taking place.
Yes.
You understand? Because our economy in Lejweleputswa lies on mining industry.
Yes.
If now you close the mines, you understand, then you kill the economy.
The economy
of Lejweleputswa.
Okay. Can I just literally go to the concept of the LED? Because about what you're saying, I think it has something to do with the concept of LED that we have currently here. It says that the LED is an approach towards economic development that encourage local people to work together to achieve sustainable economic growth and development, thereby bringing economic benefits to improve quality of life of all residents in rural municipality area. And then it goes about, it says LED is characterized by the following objectives: establishing a job creation economic growth path, embark upon sustainable rural development and urban renewal, and bringing poor and disadvantaged to the center of development. So as you are saying that our economy of Lejweleputswa lies on the mining industry, and we have this type of concept and objectives by the LED. It says the people must be part of the economic growth in the district. So I just wanted to hear from you, how can we align what the concept is saying and what you are saying against the mining industry?
Actually, we had a solution about that problem. What did they think about that? But we approached the LED with our company, Ramahomani Consulting,
Yes.
to try to apply for mining rights.
Okay.
Then we can maybe assist the government to solve this problem of unemployment rate. You understand? Because unemployment rate is too high, especially in Lejweleputswa. Now the problem is that LED, you understand, that is a district local government.
Yes.
You understand? Then is the one who must suppose maybe to come closer to those or whatever small companies. You understand? To try to boost those companies. Then the LED is the one who must also bring the DMR together, that the DMR can issue mining rights for us to maybe to enter in the mining industry.
Yes.
But the problem is that they take you pillar to post.
Okay.
There is no any assistant.
So they don't mind if ever the economic of the district doesn't grow. What lies on them is just if ever it has something to do with them, and then they will take it from there.
You see those people, what they are doing. Not to say the government doesn't maybe allocate whatever funds from national treasury.
Yes.
The national treasury, they allocate funds from the district, whatever, for considering the prospectus, for the job creation, whatever. But the people who are supposed to implement those things,
Yes.
they work for themselves.
Okay.
They for themselves, they drive expensive car. You understand? They are living flashy. They're driving flashy cars. You understand?
Yes.
They don't care about the community, whatever. You understand? Even you can see EG now around those tender boys around in Machabe.
Yes.
What they are doing for the community.
No, they're not doing anything for the
It's
community.
only shy.
Yes. Okay, I can hear that, Mr. Ramomani. And with me now lies that there's a goal of the LED strategy. There's a goal that they have towards having a sustainable development in the district. It says that to formulate a local economic development strategy based on identified development needs, opportunities and comparative advantage to inform and guide the district municipality to facilitate development, unlocking latent economy development potential, encourage private sector investment and create economic development and job opportunities for the poor. So as it says that this goal here of the LED strategy, I see that they involve the private sector investment to create development and job opportunities in the Lejweleputswa. So as we see that they can mention this here. So when they implemented this LED, it shows that they had a conversation with this private sector investment people so that they could implement or create jobs in the district. But till by now, from 2015 or 2019, as the prospectors say, nothing has been implemented, and now we are approaching 2030 and nothing has been done.
That is a clear indication, my brother, that we don't have professional people, you understand?
Yes.
That they can implement. It's a serious problem, you understand? Even you can check even now at the recent what happened in the Machabe. The mayor is being appointed.
Yes.
But the NEC of the African National Congress, they say we are going to appoint people who've got qualifications.
Yes.
You understand? Now, the current executive mayor of Machabe Kalipa, he doesn't possess any qualifications. You see that? Tell me, we go nowhere with people such as like we are going to rotate. One place. We are in the circle.
Okay.
In the circle, there is no exit. We are just rotating in the circle. There is no exit.
Okay, Mr. Jack. As we go furthermore, we have what you call the LED and the legislative framework. The legislative framework works within the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. So I'm just going to quote few of them, and then you'll just respond on behalf of that. It says the Constitution of Republic of South Africa, Chapter 7, the 2014-2019 Draft National LED Framework of RSA, the Industry Policy Action Plan, the Spatial Plat and Land Use Management Act of 2013, Free State Provincial Growth and Development Strategy of 2012, the National Environment Management Act of 2013, Local Government Municipal System. So I just wanted to ask you, regarding to this, the LED has what we call this legislative framework. As you, Mr. Jack Ramomani, chairman of the Anti-Zamazama, what is your view about the district Lejweleputswa? Do follow the framework? Do they follow the legislative framework? If not, why is the reason? Because we have this legislative framework that they need to comply with.
Even now, you talk about legislative framework.
Yes.
You understand? You talk about the Chapter 7. When you say the Chapter 7 is a local government.
Yes.
chapter, that one. I think that the local government, all the local government in the province, whatever in the country, they must comply with that chapter 7.
Yes.
You understand? But if you can see, there is a contradiction of that chapter. There is not even one district or whatever local municipality that comply with that chapter 7.
Yes.
They are just saying, yes, in the prospectus, you know, they say they must comply.
Yes.
But to implement is a problem. Our problem in South Africa, we are good in our constitution, but implementation is a problem.
It's a problem.
Exactly.
Or because as we go furthermore, it says the RSA Constitution of 1996 is the most important legislation of the Republic of South Africa. Act 10 of 1996, Section 153(1) outlines the objectives of local government as follows: to provide democratic and accountable government for local communities, to promote social and economic development, to promote safe and healthy environment, to encourage the involvement of communities and community organizations in matter of local government. So when they implementing these strategies to grow the economy of the district of Lejweleputswa, why don't they take this Constitution of 1996 legislation into consideration? And don't they believe that this will bite them if they don't comply with this?
But my friend, these people, they don't care. That is why I say they contradict their own constitution on a daily basis.
Yes.
You see that? There is a mining charter.
Yes.
We, as the anti-Zamazama committee, we didn't sign any mining charter, whatever. We didn't make any proposal
Yes.
concerning the mining charter.
Yes.
Those people, it's good what they say, but the problem is implementation. There is a mining charter. Let me read for you for this mining charter.
Okay.
Yeah. The mining charter is being issued on the 26th on September 2018. Let me read for you. The broad-based socio-economy empowerment charter for the mining and mineral industry 2018. Number 1. Samson Kweteman Dashe, Minister of Mineral Resources, hereby in terms of Section 102 of the Mineral and Petroleum Resources Development Act 2000, Act number 28 of 2002, published the broad-based socio-economy empowerment charter for mining and mineral industry 2018, mining charter 2018 for implementation. The mining charter 2018 must read together with the implementation guidelines to be gazetted within 2 months from the date of this publication.
Yes.
2 months, 27 September 2018, 3 months from that time up now.
Yes.
What is taking place?
No, I can see that nothing has been taking place.
There is a mining charter in front of you.
Yes.
There is.
Yes, and it has what the Constitution has in it.
Exactly. There is being gazetted.
But it's not.
It's not implemented.
Yes. Okay. So I just wanted to ask you again. The LED and the district of Lejweleputswa is bounded by the Constitution of South Africa, that in its structure of development they should comply with the Constitution and develop the city as its framework says. So as you are saying now, I see here that they are bounded by the Constitution, but they're not doing anything that will cover them, even if they say that they didn't implement such things or they implemented such things. They can't even state where in the Constitution says that they should do this or what. Because here when they're saying this, it looks like they only implemented this without. They only hold these constitutional rights and everything, but they don't comply with it.
Let me tell you, I want to take you back to the Constitution as a whole of Republic of South Africa.
Yes.
The Constitution of Republic of South Africa, Act 108 of 1996.
Yes.
Adopted 8 May 96 and amended 11 October 96 by Constitutional Assembly. One law for one nation. The chapter 2 of the Bill of Rights.
Yes.
Section 24. You must listen carefully.
Yes. Yes.
Section 24, dealing with environment, notes that everyone has the right to have environment protected.
Yes, I get you here.
Environment protected for the present and future generation
Yes.
through reasonable legislative measures that prevent pollution, ecological degradation, and promote conservation and secure ecological degradation. So if there is a legislation, then you must comply. You must comply with that section. In South Africa, we are not banana republic. Then you must comply with that section 24. Each, the Income Tax Act of 1962, in particular section 10 and section 37, covers tax deductibility and investment instrument. That the government is the one who must regulate. You must make sure those things that is being implemented.
Yes.
Because if now you don't care about your own Income Tax Act, where are you going to get the money to run the country?
No. So
you say in that you talk about the legislative framework.
yes.
We talk about Mineral Act. Right? It's clear from that Mineral Act. That Mineral Act says Mineral and Petroleum Resources Development Act number 28 of 2002.
Yes.
This requires an environmental management plan. EMP must be in place. EMP covers rehabilitation, monitoring, and rehabilitation.
Yes.
Then you can see that there is a problem in the country. It's a serious problem.
Okay. So can I just move to the third question of the day? I just wanted to know here, because it says that now that the LED and the Lejweleputswa are the ones to help the small businesses in the district, for those businesses to grow the economy and create jobs for better service delivery. Are those implications followed? As now I'm going to mention those implications. What do you call this? Implications, ne? Sorry about that. The LDM is legally compelled to promote social and economic development in its area of jurisdiction. Yes. This development should be primarily focused on addressing the basic need of the population, reflecting on the importance of service delivery and infrastructure provision, community service, educational components, and business support to all areas where there is lack, therefore, or where improvements are needed. So, how are they going to work with these small businesses to grow the economy of the district if ever we have those type of actions where they don't comply with the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa? How are those small businesses going to grow and create jobs in the communities?
They will not grow, my brother. They will not grow.
Yes.
They will not grow, because the problem is that we don't even the head of state in Zuma's tenure, you understand?
Yes.
They didn't comply with that chapter 5 of the Constitution. You understand? They didn't comply with the Schedule 2, Section 1 of the Constitution. Now, if now the head of state, he does not comply whatever what contains in the Constitution, how those people can comply?
So it will be a hard thing for them to comply.
Exactly, because
it's from the provincial and
national
and local.
National, provincial, local. You understand?
Okay.
Then the action must come from national.
Okay.
Then national, they can pressurize provincial. Then provincial, they can pressurize local.
Yes.
You understand? For that implementation, the implementation must be there.
Okay. So as we have what we call the national policy and program, the draft of 2014-19 national framework for local economic development has identified 5 key core pillars, which are the following: building a diverse economic base, developing and earning a skillful economics, developing inclusive economics, enterprise development and support, economic government, economic growth. So I just wanted to ask you regarding to that, isn't there any way that the community can stand with the constitution and fight for their rights, for them to create jobs and grow the economy of the district?
That is our position as the anti-Zamazama community. That is why, my brother, if these things, you see, we report those matters to several institutions in the country.
Yes.
For e.g., to the Chapter 9 institution, the Public Protector, the Human Rights Commission. You understand?
Yes.
Because those are the structures that comply under Chapter 9. The Chapter 9 is state institutions supporting constitutional democracy. You understand? It's also a section 181 that complies in that in that chapter. Then, number 1, the Public Protector. Number 2, the Human Rights Commission. But there is also a problem about those structures because they will already be captured. You understand? Now,
Yes.
when a structure is captured, they cannot perform its own duties on the sufficient way.
Okay.
You understand? Because it's been captured. But now is the problem again because even there is a in that chapter. You understand? Number 4, if I'm not mistaken, number 4 from that Chapter 9 institutions. Number
Yes.
4 under that section 181. Number 4 says that principles, and number 4 says no person or a state organ may interfere in the functioning of these institutions. But now the Chapter 9 institutions is being captured. They don't comply with that principle 4 in that section 181
Yes.
in the Chapter 9.
Okay.
It is a problem. Now, we as a community, we defer our complaints to the Chapter 9 institutions. Also, now at the current moment, you are my witness. We also put our affidavit at the state capture.
Okay, sir.
We are still waiting for the state capture, and I'm still used to tell one of my members of the central committee, I say, these people, they want to make, if maybe the state capture is a favor, to go and testify to the state capture. To go and testify to the state capture, that is not a favor. That is our democratic rights as the members of the anti-Zamazama community.
Okay, so you end up doing that because you saw that if ever you do that and implement what your company and your committee is standing for, you are going to grow the economy of the district of Lejweleputswa.
Exactly, because you know that it's a very painful, because I know previously the economy of Lejweleputswa, it was a powerful economy.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
But the problem we as the people, we must blame ourselves as people of Lejweleputswa, because now we elected scavengers in the office, solo traders in the office, scaremongers in the office. Now a scaremonger, he cannot fight for the people's needs,
Okay.
because a scavenger just go and eat.
Yes, for themselves.
Exactly. You understand? Now a solo trader is there in the office to persuade this aims objective of the solo trader.
Okay.
You understand?
And
A scaremonger is somebody who just go with the just like it's a doom monger. Doom monger, I can say that like this, a doom voice. You understand? You just go with your propaganda. You don't know nothing about politics. It's not you claim to be a politician.
Okay, so can I just ask you the last question of the day before we close off? I just want to ask you this. What is contained in the national policy and programs have to do with the LED and the Lejweleputswa district?
You see that the only solution, you understand, what the head of state must do is only to make sure that the chapter 10 of the Constitution of Republic of South Africa,
Yes.
Act 108 of 1996, Section 195 for public administration,
Yes.
they must comply with what contains in that chapter.
Yes.
It's the only vehicle that you can transform the whole public sector. You understand? Because that chapter 10 of the Constitution is the one who can transform each and every public sector.
Okay.
Without implementation of that chapter 10 of the Constitutional Republic of South Africa, now my brother, you must forget. As like now you see that you stay here in Lejweleputswa.
Yes.
Tell me, you what the prospectors. Tell me one thing that you maybe those people they have implemented here that you see, that you can witness that no, this is the Ramoman, you are lying. These people they implement this, they implement this, they implement this.
No, there's nothing that I can
You are my
say
witness.
to that.
You are my witness. You see that I'm not afraid for anybody, my friend. You understand? I'm prepared. Even now the committee, we are just waiting for this thing of the state capture. If now we don't see anything is happening, my friend, we are going to apply Section 39 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa,
Okay.
the interpretation of the Bill of Rights.
Okay.
Then we are going to apply to International Justice Court, and especially the Chapter 3 of that charter.
Yes.
Of International Justice Court, the Chapter 3 procedure, Article 44, page 27. That says the same provision shall apply whenever steps are being taken to procure the evidence on the spot. What we are going to do, what we submit at a state capture. If Zondo, it doesn't do nothing about those things, then we are going to take that state capture to International Justice Court, to the Hague.
Okay, so what you will be doing, you will be complying with the Constitution and the rights that you have regarding to your Constitution.
Exactly, our power as the anti-Zamazama lies on the Constitution.
Yes.
That is our weapon
Yes.
to fight
So,
these people.
so that's a framework that you have in the committee that works for the community, that believes that it's going to bring change in the district of Lejweleputswa.
Exactly, especially I've got a thing on the members of the committee.
Yes.
Especially as young people, you understand?
Yes.
Do have energy, you understand?
Yes.
I'm definitely sure about those soldiers.
Yes.
No, we are going to push it.
Okay, so now I want to close this view that you have on the local economic development of the Lejweleputswa. Till we meet again, Mr. Ramohomani, there's more for you to answer to us, because you are one of the people that has been in Lejweleputswa district for a long time. You said since 14 years.
14
you have been in the Lejweleputswa district,
Yes.
so you know a lot about what's going on
Exactly.
in the Lejweleputswa district. So this is where we're going to stop, and we're going to cut this interview for today. And then hopefully when again we come back to you, we'll have more on the table for you to answer. So thank you for your day, and thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you.